Now see here, personification is what? This. You just have a look at this, and you need not copy these things. Dictionaries must be with you. Mobile phones are there. You get it on the computer itself. You just have a look. Personification, giving something inanimate as human qualities. Human qualities means love, care, okay, talk, laughter, all these things. Whatever human being does is all human qualities. It's a personification. Let's go to next. Aditya, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's see other kind of things here. Limerick. There are different kinds of poems. Poems can be of different types, like limerick. We sometimes call a limerick. Limerick in Nepali, you may say a small. I forgot the name. A small poem with very few lines, and that has a good rhyming skill, and it is musical as well. Okay, it is musical as well. So this is called limerick. Okay, 5 lines usually. Now see, ode is there, plural noun odes. Lyric poem, ode is a lyric poem, okay? Or lyric poem, typically one of form of an address. Look at this, uh, a classical poem, a kind of originally meant to be sung. They're called odes. Then sonnet is there. You may read in grade 8 when you're doing literature. The teacher must have told you all these things. Did they, Aditya?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's get into the poem. So what is the poem today? Which poem we actually wanted to do is this, The Wind and the Leaves. Let's know a little about the author. Who is the poet? I mean, sorry, poet. Those people who write poems, we call them poets. Those people who write stories and any other things, simple essays, we call them writers. And others who create plays and drama, we call them playwrights or dramatists. So I misused the word here. I said author. It's not author, it's the poet. Now just have a look at about the poet, today's poem's poet. Okay, George Cooper. He was born 1840, died 1937. So how old was he when he died? Look at this, 60 plus 27, 87 years. He is best remembered for song lyrics. He translated lyrics of different languages into English. He also wrote songs for various composers since his childhood. He loved to write about nature. Before he was 16 years old, look at this, he began to write for several magazines. Imagine, how many magazines have you written for? Aditya, your mic is very close to your mouth. Keep it a bit further. Otherwise, it's disturbing us. Disturbing us.
So that's diamond, not diamond.
Diamond, diamond. Okay, okay. Now you just listen to me, okay?
Okay, sir.
Now I muted you all. See here. See, he wrote for school and home melodies, and his hymns were published. Hymns means like we say in Nepali, prayers and bhajans, what you say. Okay? Prayers and bhajans, they are called hymns. And a collection entitled chaplet. Chaplet is a line. Chaplet means the garland, okay? Mala, okay? What do you say in Nepali? Now let's go to next. See, this is the poem that we are supposed to do today. Look at this. Do you want the poem to be sung as a song? Let me play the video for you, okay? If it plays. Let me play the video if it works. Let me see. Open hyperlink. If it goes, let's see. If it goes, if it doesn't go, then we will just have to read the poem itself, okay? So tell me if the sound is shared or not. If you can hear or not, please tell me, okay? This is Zoom is again and again telling us to go through. Okay, let's see whether or not it plays. Okay, I will unmute one of you there so that Pradyun is comes and goes. All right. So Arusi, unmute yourself. Arusi, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What can you see on the screen?
Sir, the wind and the leaves. Observe the highlighted words carefully.
Okay.
The poem.
All right. I'll stop that. I will share something else again. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I will share with you. I will share with you a video where a lady is singing the same poem as a song. So what can you see now?
Sir, loading.
It's loading. Thank you. So at times, it takes time. So
Come Little
just listen.
Leaves, a poem by George Cooper.
Okay, listen to her.
Come little leaves, said the wind one day.
Arushi.
Come
Okay, because of technical errors, wait, I'll replay it. Otherwise, it's a short one, only 2 minutes around.
over the meadows with me and play. Put on your dresses, oh little leaves, a poem by George Cooper. Come little leaves of the wind one day, come over the meadows with me and play. Put on dresses of red and gold, for summer is come and the days grow cold. Soon as the leaves heard the wind's loud call, down they came fluttering one and all. Over the fields they danced and flew, singing the soft little songs they knew. Dancing and whirling the little east winds, winter had called them and they were content. Soon fast asleep in their earthy beds, the snow laid a coverlet over their heads. The snow laid a coverlet over their heads.
Okay, you got this, Arushi?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go back again. That was a poem. I don't know whether you have got a copy or not. Okay, have you got a copy, Arushi?
Yes, sir, I've got the copy.
Okay, that's great. So now let's come back to the poem again. So just a minute. Wait. Side. There was some technical problem on my side. Come back. Now, I'll share with you the same thing, the poem. And after that, I will give you some task and that will be the end of our class. Okay. So just have a look at this. Can you see the poem, Arushi?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's clear.
Okay. Now just have a look at this. I just highlighted some of the words so that you may have to write the meanings because they are a bit difficult. They are not as easy as we are using in our everyday language. Okay. Look at the same poem. Come little leaves, said the wind one day. I'm not very good at singing songs. Those of you who are in the vocal class who have been trained, you may be singing it well. But just see, come little leaves, said the wind one day, come over the meadow with me and play. So the leaves are requested by the wind to come over the meadows, open field, grassland, and play because the wind was alone. The wind is calling the leaves in the first stanza to go join him and play, have fun there. So put on your dresses of red and gold, for summer is gone and the days grow cold. Look at this. Put on your dresses of red and gold means what? Red and gold. When do we see the nature red and gold? Especially in the fall season, right? in the autumn season. So this is a sort of visual image, we call it. This is dresses of red and gold means visual image. So this helps us to understand that the time when the wind was calling the leaves was autumn season. Okay. Now for summer is gone and the days grow cold. Look at days grow cold. And this is a kind of tactile image, cold. Yes, you can feel that something is very cold. Summer is gone. After summer comes the autumn, definitely. So before that also, it gave us the clue that we understand the time of the year was autumn. Then let's go down. Soon as the leaves heard the wind's loud call. Why the wind's loud call? Because the wind blows very fast and loud and cold. Down they came fluttering. Look at the fluttering. This fluttering is what I was telling you earlier. This fluttering is a kind of onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia means it gives us a kind of sound, fluttering sound. Okay, fluttering sound. Okay, it gives a kind of fluttering sound, and so we are learning these things. So all our senses, our sense are appealed by the words in the poem. Now see, over this O apostrophe VRER means over. Over the brown field. Brown field. Field means the why the fields are brown? Because the harvest is ready. The harvest is ready. The crops are ready to be harvested. That's why the field is brown. So this is another visual image. So maximum you find visual images. Maximum visual images you find there. Yeah. Okay. Maximum visual images you find there in the poem. Then they dance. Look at dancing and flowing. This is kinesthetic image again. We are talking about movement. So this is kinesthetic image. Singing the soft little songs, soft little songs. So these are again auditory images that we can hear the songs. They knew. Dancing and whirling. This, look at it, whirling. Dancing and whirling. This again appeals to kinesthetic image. That means we can see the movement is there. The little leaves wind. Winter had called them and they were content. Content means happy. Look at this. The word content can be a kind of organic image again. It makes us also feel happy that, oh yes, content, everybody's fine. Everyone's happy, so I'm happy too. Now let's go down. Soon fast asleep on their earthy bed. Earthy means what? Very plain, simple, without um, any kind of sofa or kind of thing like that. Very, very plain, simple, like the earth itself. Earthy beds, the snow laid a coverlet. Coverlet means a kind of a blank seat or bed sheet over the heads. That means soon after, soon fast asleep on their earthy beds, the snow laid a coverlet over their heads. So literally, if you see the literal meaning of this poem, it's very simple. Okay, it's an interplay between two forces of nature, wind and the leaves. They are just having their own conversation. They're playing and expressing their happiness. They are very good friends, kind of thing. We see this, but symbolically, if we go beyond that, if we try to understand it, if we try to put it into our own life, it says that nature has got different cycles. Nature has got different cycles. Okay, like the year, like our own life. We have our childhood days, we have adult teenage, we have adulthood, old age, and finally we die. Okay, similarly, different forces of nature also have life cycle. So the leaves at the beginning, they were in the autumn time, right? Autumn time, they were not very young, not very strong. They were about to fall. That's why the wind was calling them, come little. The wind was blowing hard, means the leaves were bound to fall. They were bound to fall. The leaves had to fall. And it was autumn. Autumn, you can say, the third stage of our life. Okay. First is spring, summer, autumn, third stage of life. When the winter is the final stage of our life. Old age, you can call it. And then over the brown field, then they danced and flew. Then just they came down because they were growing old. And then winter came, and when winter came, they all were, look at the little leaves went. The little leaves were all down, they were fallen because of the time, because of their old age. And once they fell down, soon the fast asleep means they died. They were all dead. And after death, what we do? We do the final ritual ceremony. What do you call that? Ritual? The final funeral ceremony. Okay, in the same way here also, the snow, what happened, the snow fell over all the leaves which were fallen on the ground, and they were covered by the white snow, like the white shrouds. The dead bodies are covered, and the life was over. So in this way, what we understand is here is life has got different cycles, and we must readily accept them. We must readily accept them, like the leaves when they were called as they were growing old. They were called by the winter, I mean the cold wind. They had nothing but to fall, and when they fell down, they were again covered by the wind, I mean the snow, as a coverlet, as a white coverlet, means white bedspread, what do you call that? Okay, their bodies were covered, and they were just let's say uh, they were just put into the soil to mix up with the soil. So life generates from soil itself, and then it goes back to the soil. So that's the major idea or interpretation of the poem in a deeper level. That is a denotative meaning, not connotative meaning. Sorry, not connotative. Connotative means the one I told you. Denotative means what it actually looks like at the surface level. That is denotation. Okay, denotation means dictionary meaning, or let's say simple language, direct understanding. Connotation means indirect understanding, deeper understanding. So I told you the connotation of the poem. The first time I told you was denotation, like it's an interplay between two forces of nature, wind and the leaves. But at the end, I'm telling you, I told you what I told you. I told you that it can be related to our life. Life has different cycles, and all cycles must be welcome and accepted. Now let's go and have a look at this. We interpret the poem this way. Okay, the poem "The Wind in the Tree Leaves" is a lyric and melodious poem. You write this way. This is called appreciation of poem, lyrical poem. Literally, it is about the natural interplay between the autumn leaves and the wind. In other words, the poem presents a very common natural form happening in different seasons of the year. But the poem, through this general event, carries an underlying meaning. Look at this underlying meaning. This is underlying meaning. Okay, this is underlying meaning. As I was telling you, the underlying meaning. Okay, see the underlying meaning. I change the color. Okay, check it. Okay, what is it? Which supports an idea that change is inevitable. There has to come change. There has to go from one cycle to another cycle, from one stage to another stage. It is inevitable. Nobody can stop it. It is certain to happen. This is the rule of nature, and which we should follow. And the same thing happened there. Okay, there was no complaint. So you can complain. Okay, so what nature gives, we have to follow. So this is what I was telling you. Okay, Aditya.
Yes, sir.
Okay, could you see things?
No, sir. Just a white screen.
Just a white. Okay. Okay, but you could hear things, right? Only the screen was blank, right? So I will share you with you once more, and then you can see it. So can you see now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that was what I was telling you earlier. Okay. This was what I was telling you. I was telling you how you can interpret the poem. Okay. How you can interpret the poem. Okay. See here. So this was the poem earlier. Now we did just now. We did this slide just now. Okay. We just did this, and let's go down what it has got to tell us. Okay. Look at this is the personification, as I already told you, human qualities. Now let's go down. Okay. Now, how do you summarize the poem? How do you summarize the poem? Just see this. You can summarize the poem in this format. So later you will be getting a question, summarize the poem. Okay, what it talks about. This is the literal summary. That means denotation. This is denotation, okay? Interpretation is connotation. This is denotation. Okay, I'm upgrading the time now. See here. Aditya, can you see?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So look at this. Just read this and you may take a picture also if you like. Later you will have to write something like that, but don't write exactly what I give you there. You have to write, you have to create your own. You have to reproduce the text. You cannot just copy and paste others' task, okay? You have to create your own original writing. So the poem talks about how the leaves fall from trees when the wind blows in autumn and gets covered in snow in winter. In the poem, the wind talks to the leaves. The wind asks the leaves to come over the meadow and play and have fun. The wind also tells, this is the summary. Okay, let's go down. The wind also tells the leaves that summer has gone, autumn has started, and winter is about to start. Let's go second part of the same summary. This is the same part. The leaves hear the wind's call and begin to come down to the brown field. Okay, meadow. The leaves enjoy flying, dancing, and singing over the ground. Okay. Is Avarna in our section? Aditya?
No, sir.
Avarna is there in our section or not? Okay.
I,
Now
I
see.
think no.
The leaves lie quietly on their earthy beds, earthly, okay, not earthly. This L is missing extra word letter there. Okay, please see this. This is not the one. Okay, there's something wrong. There. You can see this. This one is wrong, okay, the word. You have to correct this word, E-A-R-T-H-Y, not L-Y. So can you see the thing? I'm highlighting here. I'm showing you a pointer. Okay. Bed covers in snow like a bedspread on bed. This lyric poem has been formed as song by different music composers. Okay, finished. This is the end of the summary. Now let's go to another one. What is this? Let's see. This is your task. Okay. This is your task.